constantly through the day, which I believe is so unfair. And I've said that. And for you people who are just hopping on, I'll say it again. I think it's a travesty. I think it's very sad that family down here has to function and figure it all out, how to function, while Wendy struggles to get herself back on stride, or in stride. We have an abundance of love, patience, and knowledge of Wendy and with Wendy to be able to assist her far better than she's assisting herself. And the few people that are around her who are doing nothing but causing more dysfunction and pulling her in the opposite direction. I know there was a fellow who did a phone call and recorded it. Great. That shows how friendly he is, right? A real friend. You know, I think that's the person she went to the Met Gala with, the big head fella with the curly hair. Who? Jason Lee. So Jason Lee, great. So you had some information. Great. What a friend. You get it and you pile it out there. And then you want to disprove something that whoever Will is, calls you out on this stuff. And you feel compelled to, be holier than thou. And, oh, I'm not a liar. I'm going to prove it. So I'm going to play the conversation. I hope that got you everything that you were looking for. All right. Don't know what your character is. Don't know what you start in, what you do, what you play in terms of instrument. But you know what? Great. What a friend. Not. The camera should be off of Wendy. Wendy has no business out in the public eye at this time. I, Tommy Williams, Wendy's brother, 3 years her minor, would really like for Wendy to just pull herself off the shelf and get better. I'm not going to resound what family feels because I'm on this platform by myself, so I'd like to speak independently. But while I have your attention, I'd like for you to know that that's the logical choice, which seems to be chorally put together through what I'm saying, if you could understand what I'm saying. Maybe not, maybe so. But we stand united as a front. And we need our partner, our teammate on the field. Our field is South Florida. Be great if Wendy was down here. Our dad is 91 years old, doing great. Thanks for the inquiries on the chat. Thank you very much. And, he's doing wonderfully. He's happy. He's healthy. He's patient. He's blessed. And he's around lots of love. And he's a strong man, mentally, spiritually, and physically. He's good. He is knowledgeable about what goes on. Nobody puts him in the backdrop. I have deep conversations with my dad constantly. That's just what I do. I know that I have sisters who have their conversations and their relationships with my dad. But my conversations, which I can speak on, are very deep and they're very necessary. I have necessary conversations with that man. As a man in the family who's second in command, I definitely applaud his leadership, and I go to him for support, advice, and to advise. And we have a wonderful relationship built on logic and love. He's not aloof as to what's going on. Social media might not grab a hold of his attention, but friends, people who want to reach out for the betterment or just to reach out do happen to tickle his earlobe at times. He is no dummy. And he's, just because he's 91, he's 91 and didn't skip any errors. He came into Y2K and came into all this technology right now and brought current just like you and me. So I insist that he understands all that's going on. And he's strong. Wendy's ring situation, putting the ring out of the finger, was ridiculous. That's all this stuff that Wendy's doing is not the way Wendy operates. You know that. And I'm so glad when I see comments in the chat, affirming this is not Wendy. That's great. And it lets me know that people do know Wendy. They have gotten a chance to understand who she is and how she operates, so that you can see the contrast between then and now. Now, where do we go with this? Well, that's what we're trying to do every day, folks. I speak with Wendy 4 or 5 times a day. 4 or 5 times a day, at least. Whenever I get the inclination, I give her a call. Whenever I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe I hope nobody's around her that doesn't need to be around her. Nobody needs to be around her right now. She needs to be really up out of there with bags packed and down here. She has numerous places that she can go, including her own place. She has a son down here. Nobody's pushed any family away, and families can't talk to Wendy, only her son. That's a lie. I talk to Wendy all the time. I'm going to play her out and put her on a recording to prove anything to anybody? No, nobody's worth that.
Hi, you guys. So as you can hear, Wendy's brother, Tommy Williams, who has a YouTube channel here. I believe his channel is the Tommy Williams Show. If you put Tommy Williams in, I believe it will come up. Or put Wendy's brother, it will probably come up as well in the search box here on YouTube. And his video is about an hour and a half, and he's doing like a Q&A, taking questions from his people in his comments. And he was asked, of course, about this marriage, and he is saying that it's not true, right? Which, like I said, I didn't believe it anyway. I feel like even in the moment of her showing the ring to the fan, she would have said that it was a wedding ring, to, if we really just want to go there. But and the guy that was filming her in the car, he has another video out where he's saying that once he could tell that Wendy was not okay, he put his phone down. He was not trying to exploit her in any type of way. Obviously he's a fan of her show. And when people see celebrities out that they probably don't see all the time, or they didn't expect to run into, they probably get excited, and he probably just wanted to get a moment with her, not thinking like that anything, would be going on. So nobody's blaming that little boy for anything, right? However, now let's get to Jason Lee. And I agree with Tommy. Now, what kind of friend is out here putting friends' business out here like that? Now, like I said in my other video, this could all be the grand scheme between Jason and Wendy. We don't know, right? Maybe she is trying to keep her name out here since she's trying to ink a deal for a podcast. I don't know. I'm just being honest in this moment, okay? This is just what I think. I'm not saying this is all allegedly, and y'all know, like I always say, this is my opinion, and that's what you get over here. And so this is just my opinion. Wendy has not said this. Jason has not, or not. They're not saying this. I'm saying this. So I don't really know what it is, because you do have to question why Jason would put an audio recording out here of this lady, or even put the story out there that she was married. Like, let Wendy break her own news. She's a grown woman. She can come out here and say, I'm married, right? I'm sure she can sell pictures. If she was, even if they went to elope, she could sell those pictures. She's Wendy Williams, right? So that's why I don't believe it. I didn't believe it when he put it out here, and then he kind of threw the little tantrum about people coming back and saying Page Six and a couple other people who came out and said it wasn't true. Obviously, when people are married in this country, that is something that can be verified, right? When you get a divorce, that is something that can be verified, because there is a process that you have to go through, which means that paperwork is going to go through the hands of a lot of people. So there's ways to verify things. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this. I do agree with him. You have to question that type of friendship when people would do things like that. If people feel that Wendy's not well, then why exploit her, right? That's kind of what I was trying to say as well. Why exploit her? And I told you guys the family have been saying, well, at least Tommy has been saying. I haven't heard their father say much yet, but he's saying that they want Wendy to come to Florida and live there, so she can have people that are really close to her around her. Um, so people are not taking advantage of her. And he's saying that he don't even know who this boyfriend is. As you can hear, he do not know who this manager, assistant, or whoever this guy is. He's saying that they don't know these people. And so that's, concerning, right? And I think that is the point, that people don't want people to try to take advantage of Wendy if she is not in the best of health right now. And so this is why he's saying that they want her to come to Florida full time. And to be honest, she no longer has the show. There's no real reason for her to stay in New York. She could keep a place there. She can go back and forth and visit, right? She can, she has the means to do that. She don't have to give up her place there. But he says that she also has a home in Florida. So, I mean, she can be in both places, right? So I agree with the brother. I think that the family really need to get some type of control over her situation and control over this media situation. Because I already told you guys, I don't like to see people exploiting people. I don't, I think people should leave people's kids alone. And I think exploiting people, when you think that they're down and out or whatever, however you want to say it, whatever you want to say, why do that to people? What are you gaining out of that? And then what happens when it's your turn? Because we're all gonna get to a point where something's gonna happen. Yourself in her shoes, and how the respect level that you would want people to have for you. That's how I see things. But everybody don't have to see things that way. I think she's supposed to be on Jason's show tomorrow. I could be wrong. We'll have to wait and see what will happen with that. Because just because he's saying it, it don't make it true. That's what we're learning. I was listening to Armand's video from late last night, and he is backpedaling as well. He's definitely backpedaling some stories that he was out here on. And so I think they know they can't come up against Page 6 and TMZ, right? Because they're both reporting that the marriage is not a thing. Now, if she's dating someone, I don't know. She could be. But Tommy is saying they don't even know who that is, whoever she is dating. She's not telling her family about this person. So that is concerning as well. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. And how do you feel about the media situation? People walking up to her. And he was making a good point. Like, I didn't even think about it like that when she was putting her hand out the window with that ring on. And it was nobody else in the car with her but the driver and the driver. I said that in the other video. I feel like she probably should have someone anyway that's there with her. Not so much for her, but for everything and everybody else. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.